My name is David Castellano. I'm from Long Island, New York. My company is Reliable Concepts, and I created the Kushy, the pillow that hugs you. Backstory how I created the Kushy was going back to 2009. Everybody was it was one of the worst times, I think, for everybody in my life, at least. Businesses were crashing. I know my business suffered severely. I lost everything. I mean, I had a great business put together, and just the economy crashed, and so did I. People weren't paying, and I lost everything. But I've always been somebody to always get back up on my feet and build and never forget and make everything better. And I've always been true to my word on always being better than I was in the past. Well, 2009 became a very rough year. Towards the end of the year, I ended up losing my grandmother on November 5th, and then I lost my cat on December 5th. So it was a little harder than I thought it was going to be, and the following months after that, I was having a lot of problems sleeping. 2010 rolls along, January, February. I'm up all night. I'm tossing, I'm turning. I'm stripping my bed of all the blankets and pillows. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to put it all back together, and then I had a job that I had to get ready for at 4 a.m. to drive an hour to the job, and it just wasn't pleasant. Few months later, I have this dream, and I envision the perfect, like, I guess the perfect setting. It was perfect blue skies, the sun, the beautiful grass, mountains, and everything in the background. And this woman walks up to me, and as she gets closer, I realize it's my grandmother. She tells me, "Relax, everything's okay. Everybody's here. We're gonna be all right." And my cat comes up too, and she holds my cat, and she couldn't stand my cat, but it let me know that she was at peace. Well, she's telling me, don't worry about anything right now. She's like, you're gonna be great. One day you're gonna be amazing. She says, don't ever get upset about it, because it's all going to work out one day. So I was taking this in. I was getting a little choked up in my sleep, and I could feel the whole scenario. So she walks up to me, and she grabs a cloud out of the ground, and she picks the cloud up. She puts her arms through it, and she says, do me a favor. She's like, never give up. She's like, never give up. Most important thing you do in your life is never give up. So I looked at her, and my cat looked at me, and my cat jumped off of her shoulders and right in my face, and I woke up. I woke up to a fully stripped bed. There was nothing on it except for one pillow. And on my coffee table next to my bed, a scissor fell out of the cup that I used to keep all my pencils in. 3 o'clock in the morning, like it always was, I cut 2 holes in the pillow, put my arm through it, went back to sleep, woke up at 7:30 in the morning, and that was it. It was done. I called up my job, and I said, hey, I'm going to have to, say I'm not going to be coming back. And they were like, all right, and that was such a relief off my shoulder, because I didn't want to do that job anyway, and I felt it just wasn't the place for me. So I kick back, I turn on the TV, a commercial comes on, and it says, go online today and patent your product. So I'm like, why not? Knowing in the back of my head, I only had about $32 to my name. So I'm like, all right, let me go online and figure it out. So I go online, I go through the whole process, I read everything, and I'm like, oh wow, I can do this. Then the bill comes, and it's like $3,200 plus a bunch of fees. It came out to about $3,800. And I knew that right then and there I was in trouble. So I literally took the pillow that I just made, threw it to the side, and I said, one day, it'll happen one day. A couple months later, I received a letter in the mail from an attorney's office, and I'm sweating bullets. I'm like, oh my God, like, what did I do? What could I possibly do to deserve this? Instead of taking the positive light, I instantly thought negative, because I just thought I had hit rock bottom. I open up the letter, and I start reading it, and a check falls out. And a check for $3,800 falls out. And I say to myself, what is this for? And I look at the name of who it's from. And it was from my grandmother. My grandmother's estate left me $3,800, which allowed me the process to patent the Kushy. It gave me the opportunity to open a door to something I never thought I'd be able to do. And that is how I created the Kushy, the pillow that hugs you.